This is the other video I was talking about in my previous video. It's a video in a video. So let's talk about...
Hi, I'm Daniel Kraft, principal developer here at playerbase.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Husky Puppy over here at NGI, and today in this video we are going over the Season 1 patch notes, August 15, 2022, timestamp posted. This is the video for the in-depthness. We're going in-depth of these patch notes, breaking it down. This might be a long video. These patch notes are looking long and juicy, guys, so back it up a little bit. So, the first thing we see is general, and I'm going to have this screenshot it in the background as I talk about it so you guys can follow along and read while I give you that video content form. So we got, in general, we have Morty will be arriving on 8/23, so we have a confirmed release date of Morty. He will be the first Plumbus wielding character. Interesting. The patch will come in two parts. The first will be August 15th, which is tomorrow, and the second will be coming shortly afterwards, hopefully the 17th. So not every change will be here on the 15th patch. Very interesting. So we're getting two patch parts broken in within a couple of days. New free characters are going to be Arya from Game of Thrones, Batman from DC, LeBron, who's himself, and Steven from Steven Universe. We're getting the meta systems. The free rotation characters have an icon to identify that they're free. Battle Pass XP match rewards increase to 10 for wins and 5 for losses, up from the 5 for wins and 3 for losses. So we're getting an increase to our Battle Pass experience. That's actually really freaking good. Disabled class based battle pass missions other than for tanks, so that way you can do these battle pass stuff easier. Developer note: since players might not have access to fighters in specific classes other than tank, thanks to Wonder Woman, we felt like relying on rerolls were not reliable enough method because they cost like 300 gold a reroll or something like that, and it's not worth it. So they eliminated it. Period. They lowered the requirements for a number of seasonal missions. Ring out a player from the top of the map 50. It was previously 75. Ring out a player from the side 50. It was previously 75. Ring out a player from the bottom 50. Previously 75. Get 50 assists from the previous 125. Thank God, man. Thank God. So that is the meta systems. We're going to have the general perks. Clear the ear. Increase consistency on the perk effect. We are aware of inconsistencies in this perk's interaction with Velma's speech bubbles and Batman's Batarang. We will address these interactions in a future patch. We have Make It Rain Dog, which is our projectile speed is now properly applied to the thrown items where it was like glitch. Painted Target fixed an issue where projectiles weren't applying that bonus damage. Another bug fix. Retaliation Ready reduced unit stack gray health from 3 HP to 3 seconds to 1 HP for 3 seconds. Reduce stacked gray health from 4 HP for 3 seconds to 2 HP for 3 seconds. School Me Once. Increase consistency on projectile block spawns. Notable. Getting hit by Jerry will now spawn a projectile block buff. Interesting to see how that will come out in the battle round. Slippery When Faint. Fixed an issue where evade distances was not increased on hit cancels. Snowball Effect. Fixed an issue where projectiles weren't applying bonus damages. Static Electricity. Increased consistency on projectile electrical damage. Application. Notable. Thrown items will now apply electricity. Cool. And so now we're going to talk about the gameplay systems. Ice debuff. Movement speed slow at 1 stack reduced from 20% to 15%. So that's a nerf. Slow now scales linearly with each stack of ice debuff. Remove the bug where fighters affected by ice debuff took additional knockback. Ooh, ice debuff got nerfed. And bug fixed. Ability cooldowns. Fix the bug where cooldowns will not trigger properly if used near an ally. Jake. Okay, that's great. Obviously, we need our cooldowns fixed. And the gameplay modes. FFA, fix the bug where pop-up text would display the incorrect point value. Some UI bug fixes. The announcer pack. You can now preview a character's announcer pack before deciding to buy it. Thank God we need some more of those. And for tutorials, we have various bug fixes. Fix the tutorial causing stage hazards to toggle off in other game modes. Down spike tutorial has been fixed so that it requires an additional spike rather than an aerial attack. The rain dog tether step of the intro tutorial no longer counts if you pull your ally in after they have been rung out. Fix for Shaggy falling off the map during the aerial combat tutorial demo. Added a wall to the second step of the KBI tutorial. Just tutorial stuff. Glossary and terms. New terms. Added wall fatigue to the glossary. Added the terms block, hazard, and wipe to the glossary and updated move list accordingly. Characters. Legend. The plus is a buff. The negative is a nerf. And a whatever the fuck that special character is a change. No, attack call-outs reference default controls. Aria. The goal of these changes was to make Aria combos be more consistent and successful at lower skill levels. So she has a buff. Oh my gosh. Aria is buffed to the max. Aria's buffed. We have a buff to her air ground up special. By hitting a fire will now accurately launch them in an angle to follow up. Air up attack, the first hit will now more accurately combo in the second hit. Neutral air attack now is earlier branching on hit. The ground side has been buffed. Aerial will retain velocity on the first side attack. Ground down attack now a slightly earlier dodge branching. She is going to be broken. And then they changed the air ground neutral special. It was a bug where Aria would not copy over caps or hitboxes on her normal neutral attacks when stealing a fighter's face. Set Aria's hurt blocks to match her victim's hurt blocks while she's disguised at them. Fix the bug, fix the bug, fix the bug, fix the bug. So Aria has had a whole fucking bug fixing rework and she got buffed to the gazillions. Note to selves, note to you guys, Aria is in the meta. She's buffed up. Batman, we have a change to his air ground side special. It was that bug that would throw him off the fucking stage, and that's why no one wanted to play him anymore. So that's fixed, thank God. Increase the overshooting distance from grappling to an ally. Fix Batman's grapple following. Ground side attack was a nerf. Air ground neutral attack nerf. Batman got hit with 2 nerfs and a bug fix. First hit added 3 frames of whiff recovery. Air ground neutral attack coming in patch 2. So this isn't gonna happen until the second patch of the second part of the patch, which Batman's battering pickup will now return 9.45 seconds of his cooldown down from 11.55 seconds. This change creates a window from when the battering is used for the opponent to react with perks like Coughzilla. Uses cooldown to be even shorter as they're trying to create counterplay against the batarang. So yeah, it's been a nerf. Ground side attack nerf. So Batman hit with 2 nerfs. And a change to the bug fixes. Still viable, but they are nerfs nevertheless. Oh, Bugs Bunny is too safe in everything he does, so they given him additional punish to address this. Almost everything from Bugs Bunny got hit with changes. Fixed an exploit where bugs could spawn 2 rockets. Definitely nerf, even though it's a much needed nerf because it was a glitch. Earsize fixed an exploit, so they're just fixing exploits on bugs. Fixed all these exploits. Save HP reduced from 16 to 14. Bugs previous tunnels will now disappear when creating new tunnels. Air up attack added 4 frames of whiff recovery nerf. Increased whiff recovery nerf. Increased whiff recovery nerf. Pi max lifeline to 8 seconds from infinite nerf. Nerfs and changes to bugs. Bugs is kicked out of the meta. We're going to go to Finn. Fighting against Finn is too difficult, as Finn is a bit too safe and can throw out attacks with much fear of a punish due to how quickly he can recover. Hurt hitbox fundamental updates are coming soon, but he will not be in this patch. His passive's been nerfed. Attacks affected by attack decay no longer spawn coins. Finn now spawns with 100 gold instead of 200. Huge fucking nerf. That is a half nerf, 50% nerf on his passive. Very bad. Finn fans are in shallow water right now. His air down special did get a buff. Fixed an issue where the gem required 200 gold to spawn, but now only 100 just because of his passive. Obviously, that's not much of a buff. That's a balancing act on in my logical and honest opinion. Air side special has been nerfed, added whiff recovery, grounds up special, reduced the strength of the vacuum effect on the backpack. Weaker hits will not overwrite stronger knockbacks. Whiffling all his hits will still drop a coin. Added whiff recovery. Hitbox should better match the attack. Oh my gosh. Fin mains are in shallow. I think this fin nerf is worse than the bugs nerf. Air side attack, reduce active frames, diminish Finn's abilities to hit fighters behind him. Nerf. Ground down attack, nerf. The distance Finn covers with his attack now scales with how hard the charge attack is. Ground side attack, increased whiff recovery for the first hit, and a buff to on the house perk. Fix the issue when Finn still spent gold. This isn't really a buff. This is just to fuck around with his passive because they nerfed the shit. Finn got nerfed to the ground, boys. Nerfed, just like bugs, just like fucking. Well, Batman's not too bad, but man, Ariel from freaking Game of Thrones, super huge buff. Let's see what else we got. We got Garnet. Got a buff, a change. So 2 buffs and a change. We have air ground neutral. Song activation starts earlier on frame 12 instead of 30. Huge buff. Super huge buff. That's almost double the seconds. Air ground down special. Fix the bug with Garnet would be stopped by Iron Giant's collision. So that's more of a bug, not a change. Bug fix. So positive so far. And slightly higher base knockback. Garnet got buffed up. Harley with a buff and a change. Harley bomb VFX shrunk to better match the explosion radiance. That's a fucking buff. If you can shrink her bombs, huge buff. And her weight increased from 42 to 44, so she's a little bit more lighter. Another buff. Iron Giant, his list is looking pretty spice-a-roni pizza. We have VFX, Global Fighter VFX now better matches Iron Giant's size without making the screen too busy. Notable adjustments include projectile block buff, speed block buff, and Steven Bubble debuff. So that's really a change. He has a nerf on his air ground down special. Fix an issue where the VFX trails would persist and fill up the screen. Can no longer use cannonball attack when out of air specials. Huge nerf to Iron Giant. Knockback angel change to send fighters more horizontally away from Iron Giant. Fix issues that allowed for infinity bouncing up. Super nerf. Nerf to the ground. Almost everything is nerfed for Iron Giant. We have his air ground neutral specials. Great health from activation reduced from 2+ bolts HP for 5 seconds. For 3 seconds. Yikes. Great health from alley overlap reduced from 5 seconds to 5 seconds to 3 HP for 3 seconds. And his ground forward special, Iron Giant grabs are correctly blocked. That's a bug fix, not really a change. Air up attack, another nerf. Can no longer hit the same target multiple times. Oh my gosh. Iron Giant mains are done. Iron Giant's dead. New air neutral attack. Final hit knockback angle change to send fighters more horizontally and away from Iron Giant. So his air neutral attack, final hit knockback changed, which is kind of like what they mentioned earlier. Ground up attack, gray health from scrap reduced from 3 seconds to 5 seconds to 2 HP for 3 seconds. Allies that can scream scrap will overwrite any existing gray health. Blah blah blah. Ground forward attack, fixed attack decay not triggering. That's a fix. Gray health art reduced from 10 HP for 10 seconds to 6 for 3. Wow, they nerfed the trash out of Iron Giant. Let's go in to see what's going on with Jake. Jake has 2 nerfs. Removed his air down was remove instant cancel out of the attack to prevent skateboard infinites. No longer bounces off allies. Jake mains are in tragedy. Grown up attack. Additional whiff recovery. Slightly later change to a cancel window to make it a bit more committal. They want you to commit when you use these attacks with Jake. Nerfs all around. LeBron looks like he's getting buffed and changes. So we have a change to his air ground side special. LeBron's solo dunk no longer spawns a shockwave on the ground. The alley-oop teleport version of LeBron dunk spawns a shockwave and will launch fighters into the shockwave. Shockwave will launch fighters into the final hit that applies weaken debuff. Solo dunk knockback and hitbox size is increased. Super huge buff. Fix the bug where LeBron could dunk himself into the sky. And that's just the bug fix. So far that's a buff for LeBron. That's one buff. Changes to his ground air down special. Adjusted to prevent ball spam. That's a little bit of a nerf. It says no ball. Air side attack branches earlier in hit. FX for hitbox. Hitting behind him too much. Air neutral attack branches earlier in hit to increase combo potential. Huge buff. Fixed for ball neutral air bouncing into a non-ball neutral air. Ground side attack. Ground down attack. Removed shared attack decay from side attack and down attack. Another buff. Ground side attack was a buff with a 3-hit combo. Hits more consistently. You gotta pay attention to that. That's huge. Ground neutral attack has been changed so it fixed their angle. It's a bug fix. I don't really count that as a nerf. Basketball, fix some team color issues that would when reflecting LeBron's basketball. Fix an issue where LeBron could be stuck attacking without his ball while visually holding his ball. That's just a bug fix. Hot hands perk, when an alley catches a no-look pass while the hot hands perk is cut, the basketball will hit in flames. So yeah, that's LeBron. Huge buffs. A slight nerf, but other than that, huge buffs. LeBron's popping. Rendog. So let's see what we got going on. Rendog. Air up special, remove hit pauses on alley that threw Rendog when Rendog connects. That's a buff. Air ground, increase cooldown from 13 seconds to 14. Slightly nerf, 1 second larger, not a big deal. Air up attack, hitbox size increase. Huge fucking buff. Huge buff. Anytime you have a hitbox size increase for when you attack people, huge buff. Shaggy's side special felt a little too unpunishable, so we added a bit of whiff recovery. Rage age side special increase recovery by 2 frames. Now better matches rage ground side special. Address an issue where Shaggy could perform 2 rage specials. That's a huge nerf. Rage ground down special. Shaggy shockwave will launch fires into a final hit that applies weaken debuff. Slight buff, but that first one, the rage air side special, super nerf. Ground air side special. I added 4 additional frames and whiff recovery. Shaggy's done. Super doo-doo-fi garbage diarrhea. So let's talk about Steven. Steven, oh my. Changes in a nerf. Let's see. A nerf ground down special. Watermelon Steven abilities cooldown now begins when Watermelon Steven is wrung out. That is... oh, that is trash. Fix the bug where Watermelon Steven could spawn inside ceilings and be stuck. Well, that's a much needed fix. Air neutral attack no longer will animation hitch. That's good. That's a fix. Fix an issue where Steven intro VO lines fail to play. Good fix. Fix an issue where Steven could own perform style. He just got hit with a nasty nerf. And that's really it. Everything else was just... everything else other than that nerf was just bug fixes. So we're going to talk about Superman. Ground neutral attack added additional whiff recovery. Nerf. Ground up attack added additional whiff. Just Superman got nerfed. Just you could just see that in the background. Taz. This is the start of our tornado changes for Taz. Taz is toxic. We will be continuing to monitor the tornado with extra scrutiny in case additional changes needed. Chicken debuff. Fix the bug where transform fighters could receive buffs that would not appear visually when they return to their normal form. Reduce chicken duration from 10 to 8 seconds. That's another nerf. Increase the size of the chicken. That's a buff, but you know you get a 2-second nerf. Air ground down special. Adjusted projectile movement. Duration of tag spat projectiles to be more forward and less of a lob. That's a buff. When Taz spits a projectile back at the fighter, the projectile will remain in its original speed. Good buff. Air ground neutral special. If Taz eats projectile, then can't spit it back out, he will refresh a count of his Apple core ability. Increase size of hit collision for Taz eating projectiles. Also made it possible to eat projectiles 2 frames earlier. Taz deals 1 stack of weakened debuff every time you choose on an enemy. Fix the bug that allowed for ground movement after eating an enemy fighter. Good buffs right there. Because they're hitting his tornado and his chicken. So they're balancing Taz. But we have a nerf. Air ground up special. Damage reduced from 10 to 9. And base knockback reduced from 1500 to 1350. Fix the bug where enemy fighters could be invulnerable to the fight cloud after dodging it. Ooh, that first line though, first sentence, big nerf. 1500 to 1350 is huge. Plus damage reduced from 10 to 9. Eee. Air ground side special now a cooldown move with a 7-second cooldown. While the cooldown is active, side special is weaker version of the tornado. Full power tornado has a 1.5-second duration, receives an additional 1-second duration after passing an ally. On cooldown, tornado has a 0.25-second duration and does not gain additional duration by passing an ally. Ooh, super nerfs. They're nerfing this man till no one uses him anymore. Ground up attack now a 2-hit attack. The early hit combos into the sandwich clap. Very interesting. Very interesting. And we're going to go over Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry Dynamite now applies projectile perk effects. Buff. Air normal attacks. Fix the bug that would prevent Tom and Jerry from using normal attacks when air special limit has been reached. That's just a bug fix. Don't count that as a nerf. Excuse me. Air up special. Fix an issue where Jerry would continue to have active hit frames when failing from the rocket. That's just another bug fix. So he just pretty much got a buff, and his Dynamite gives it additional perk effects. Let's talk about Velma. Velma's been whoa my gosh, Velma's been nerfed, which is weird. Airside special, reduced move distance. The distance this traveled before gave Velma additional recovery that wasn't intended. Big nerf. Air special, reduced weaken stacks from 3 to 2. Will no longer chain into air down attack is easily to prevent an application of damage. Big nerf, no more combos from Velma. Ground side special, reduced gray health from 12 HP for 4 seconds to 6 HP for 3 seconds. Another big nerf. Air down attack, increased recovery. Air side attack added with recovery. Yikes! So jinkies! Fucking as Scooby would say. Velma got rocks! Ground air neutral attack, fix issues when word bubbles will go through bugs tunnels. Reduce ammo count from 4 to 3. Reduce ammo return from 11 to 10. Weight, decreased weight from 63 to 60. Knowledge is power perk. Reduce gray health from 7 HP to 5 seconds to 3 HP for 3. Who is playing Velma? We need the mystery machine to come out and find out what the hell happened, because there's been a murder on Velma. We're going to talk about Wonder Woman and wrap this up. Looks like she got buffs, but let's get into it. Ground air neutral special, lowered cooldown from 13 seconds to 12. Ground side special, projectile shield comes out early to allow her to better react to incoming projectiles. Air up attack, hurt block should now better match the animation. Weight, increased weight from 65 to 76. Shield of Athena, signature perk, adjusted scale of projectile shield for shields of Athena, signature perk to cover an edge case where projectiles would pass above it during a dodge. And that is the patch notes of Season 1 MultiVersus. Let me guys know in the comments below who you guys feel like is the best. Velma got doo-doo on, Jake got doo-doo on, Finn got doo-doo on, and Taz got poopied on. And Arya is super buff. So if y'all want to win matches, play Arya. Anyway, guys, this has been a long-ass video, so I'm not going to go crazy with the outro. Just make sure you stay up to date with everything latest game and tech news and reviews. Smash that like, and as always, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless, and peace.